level of a Diaz who I be. Power 9A is definitely in the building. Hell, we are the building. You see who he's sitting with right here, none other than your boy. It's 50.
I got that ain't Latin level with me because I'm trying to get to this Spanish girl. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to look. Man, stay over there with that other shit, man. I want to play. You know, I just want to play. I just want to play.
Took 16 years for the damn interview to pop off, though. What's up with you, man? How you feeling?
Everything's good, man. I can't complain. If I did, I just got a new television show on A&E.
I see.
You know, so it's a variety show, so they'll get a chance to see comedians, live sketch shows.
For those who don't know what really a variety show is, basically like what Chappelle was doing back in the day, right?
Right, or call it In Living Color. Call it, you know, and that keep in that vein, because it's really going to be a huge talent search to put together the group of people that can help it be as good as In Living Color was.
Okay,
you
no rules type of thing, right?
Right, well, we can change the format.
We're going to get a Return of Pimp and Curly on there.
I'm going to have to give you something scripted. I'm going to have to give you a real live version
No,
of
I'm talking about on the show when it pop up.
Yeah,
Can we see the Return of Pimp and Curly?
See, you know, Pimp and Curly it was all improv. It was all me just off the wing making moments. You know what I mean? So if I did it, I had to kind of put it in format and really do it. Like,
you got to put Jack Thriller on there.
Yeah, Jack want to do something. There's going to be a lot of people, like, it's a lot of like comedians out there that ain't really getting shown. You don't see them. So this is why they're always late. When our culture accepts a new comedian as a star, he's been on ice for so long that he's so ready that, like, look at Kevin Hart. He's in everything because he was waiting for so long. You know what I'm saying? When they got that kind of talent, they let you loose. You be like, I'll do it. I'm ready right now. You don't need the time that other people need to prepare themselves to be ready for the next thing. He's ready to go.
Material for the show, is this coming from day to day? You know, funny stuff just happening. You taking notes. You got a team of folks. How's this going?
Well, it's going to be I got to find the right writer and showrunner for the actual show, and then put the group of people together that actually would execute it. Right. But I got different formats and segments that I want to put into the show. So, like, I'll do 30 seconds of funny and different things, and be able to take really good people from Vine and bring some of that talent to a bigger platform we can actually be seen on television.
The raw, unadulterated, comedy that's just out there. You can pull it out there.
Yeah, like we see what entertains us on different platforms. Like, a person is making their own skits and different things, and you see it and be like, this person's funny. Like, you see them over and over doing stuff that makes you laugh, and then you're saying they'll have a angle or a sense of what's young and hip.
Right.
Bringing that kind of comedy to the forefront.
So this is going to be on A&E. We got any launch date or anything we can look forward to?
But not launch date yet, but they just made the announcement yesterday.
Yeah. A&E, Stars, the Sundance here. You had a Dream School. All these networks all over the place. My Friend 50 on Fox. Is there any return of that, or what's up?
Yeah, well, all those projects there's different things. I did My Friend 50 with Will Packer, and on Fox. And for me, I've been able to have so many different things. I'm blessed, man. I get in there, I can hustle, man. You gotta see me when I'm working, baby. I'm trying to tell you, I go in there, they know that my ideas are good ideas. So like they'll commit to it and pay me for to keep everything rolling.
Yeah. You working even when you ain't got to be working. I was thinking, this dude ain't even really got to be doing media interviews. He's putting together everybody to come to him. It's convenient. He can say them ones for the Polathon tonight by just bringing everybody up in here.
Listen, Jake, when you do, like, I see new artists decide not to do the interviews or not to, work with the journalists for publications and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, I mean, things are different. Like, they're letting the material speak for itself, because the process of getting music in pocket or on radio where you have that, where you're recognizably someone to our culture, is like, they can make the music, like when I was doing the mixtapes, it's like, just make the songs, shoot something to it so it lives virally. Like, if people can look and like it, and then they'll play it and play it and play it till it becomes cool to them. It starts to play in the nightclubs, and then it goes back to radio, because the mix show DJ is in the nightclub.
They ain't got no choice. Like, this was winning in the streets pretty much, right? Yeah.
And then from there, it starts to play in the radio, and it goes back. But that's backwards. It's going the opposite way. So we may have to go back to street team marketing. We used to have the poster boards up all over the place, and you used to have the guys come through and do that, because that marketing would be effective. It would actually be going to the, that's when they used to go to the actual nightclub with vinyl. Like, yo, play the record.
This new generation
you know what I'm saying?
has
Like,
no clue about that era and how they got down. You know what I'm saying? They think you can tweet you and say, yo, this is my song. You don't respond. You ain't.
it's just gonna go from there.
Exactly. Yeah. So basically, going on what we're saying about the way artists nowadays treating the journalists. What do you think about the way they kind of bypassing the DJ, thinking they can make it without the DJ? You know what I'm saying? And they get caught up.
That even there. Look, I never. The one thing I used to tell them is you never have beef with the DJ.
You never what?
Never have beef with the DJ.
Okay.
And it's because when you can't fix it, he's just gonna cut your leg. He's gonna cut your legs off at that point. Like when he comes on, he ain't playing your music because he feels like y'all got a personal issue. You see what I'm saying? And then for me, there'll be points that I said things like I had like Ebro in New York. I'll say something to Ebro because he'll say it's my fault that New York City hip hop ain't what it was because of my momentum, and I'm like, you the program director then. You was the program director. You didn't play their new music. You mean to tell me nobody made a hit during the time I was, you know what I'm saying? Like you could, everybody who had hit music, it was his responsibility to play it at that point. And he's telling it, I ruined it?
Hey, you got to put the blame on somebody.
Somebody, right?
Yeah,
and it's like
somebody got to be accountable for what happened, you know.
And look, and even in that, when I didn't say don't disagree with the DJ. Mm-hmm. I said don't have no beef with the situation. And it ain't no real thing with me and Ebro. It's just me. I'm vocal because he'll say what he thinks right on the air in front of Lord knows how many people. And then, so now I get a chance to do it to him, but I just do it on Instagram at that point.
In front of all those more people.
Yeah, because they got
and
like 9.4 million people. I do that. And he be like, here he come.
So you quit Instagram. Are you back on or what?
Yeah, no, I'm not even posting right now. That's other.
You got your team?
Stuff in the office and stuff. They're putting it up.
So who's in charge of the meme department? Because whoever's in charge of the meme department is winning right now. Like you got a squad or what? Are they standing by? Like I was telling somebody back in the days, KRS said basically, I got a career-ending rhyme for everyone in the game. I'm like, Fifth got a meme just waiting on the trigger for somebody to come out slipping. Yo, you so quick with it. With like, how did that come about?
You know what it is? With they in the office and real computer guys. Mm-hmm. Like they sit there and they're just on the computer all day, and then they'll move things that feel like that's 50. Like 50 would do that. Like this, show him this. I get a text and it'll come through to me. So I'm not looking for this stuff.
After
like,
it's
you know what I'm saying?
done.
Like it's like, yeah, and then it'll be like, yo, look at this. And then this is when I was posting it myself, it would be like you look at my text messages and see that I got the meme text to me, not that I saw someone else post it. You know what I mean? And I put that up because it was like, that was cool. Like, but they'll send me stuff. Anytime they find something that they feel like it is me, like, or what. Every time, even when you do, like when we start going back and forth with the artists and stuff, with Meek and stuff on the thing, found him talking about Ja at the point. Like, he said, like, when it was Ja and 50, I was on 50's side. I was with 50.
Yo, fact checking in hip hop, it's crazy out there.
Man, it's cool.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, for whatever reasons, they decide to do the things that they do. You look at it and you go, you gotta pick and choose based on what you feel like the public perception of yourself is at that point, or whether you continue to pursue it or if you let it go. Like in the beginning, I used to feel like I respond to anything and everybody. I'm not picking and choosing who it is. Anybody who come. You want some, come get some. You know what I'm saying? And that's because our culture is competitive. And I felt like if you weren't competing, that we lost a big part of what hip-hop is about.
The accountability and what the real picture is, pretty
right.
much. So how often you get caught up in the comments? You say you're not posting. Do you ever see where the people at with anything?
I don't watch. You know what, look, there's points that I would look and see it and cuss somebody out because they said some shit that didn't make sense to me. Like, you don't know. Like, you get the experts. Like, motherfucker write a paragraph like this big under some shit, and like they really know what is going on and have no fucking idea what's going on for real. Like, and it'll be about something that they can't have information on.
Hey, it's on the interweb. It gotta
Yeah.
be true, man.
It's like your personal life. They'll say something about, and you look and you go, you don't know nothing about what you're talking about. Like, why do you care enough to know the little bit of shit that you didn't know that was right in that actual paragraph? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, damn. Did I owe you that from what you paid for the CD? Because I want to give you your money back. Let me give you your $14 fucking back, and you leave me the fuck alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they get too invested in this shit, too wrapped up in it. Like, you know, it's cool. Like, for me, I don't really, I don't see limitations. I've come so far from where I started that none of the situations that you see around me or in front of me mean anything. It's just another bump in the road, new thing.
Just added noise, pretty much.
That's it. And I get past it, and you see, and you look and go, he did say he was gonna get past that like that, because that's the way it is, and it's big to me. It's the mind of the smallest things, because it's not. And they tell you to fix something when you know you have the ability to fix it. You go, okay, I get that. It's no problem. Now, if they're asking you to do something that you're not quite sure that you can do, or if you find yourself in a vulnerable space because you don't know the answer. You know what I mean? The most vulnerable position for an artist would be confusion, right? So if you're confused because you don't know which direction you're going, or feel your feet on the ground at that point, then I can see you, you know, panicking or, you know, point. But when you know, like, I know what I'm doing. You know?
Right. Piggybacking off that, as far as you being in a different record label situation, do you ever see them looking at you like, yo, Fifth, what's the move? Do you ever find yourself guiding them on what needs to be the deal, even, you know?
Yeah, look, if you say, for me personally, a major record company, when you look at what you're going to get in the time, like what they're going to do for you, there's really nothing that they can do for me. Like, the notoriety is already surpassing whatever their promotional budget would be at this particular point. It's more, if you can make the deal that makes sense and structure that allows you to control your material and you can do what you want when you get ready to do it, it's more sufficient for me personally. Now, a lot of the artists, the new artists, he gonna still take the bag. He gonna still take the money that they're offering him, because it's gonna be the first time he's ever had that much money in his possession, and he's going to feel like he made it. And that money's gonna be going shortly after he actually gets it, and he's gonna continue to. A lot of times, the energy when you're in good spirits, and you feel like you're on or you're up, because correct me if I'm wrong, I think a lot of a man's confidence is connected to their accomplishments. So something basic, like we just got the new car, he'll holler at her different out the window. Hey, what's up, baby? Oh, you ain't fucking with me? Fuck you then. It don't matter if you don't want to talk to me now, but he can shoot for the stars. He can get the hottest thing out there, because something basic, something as small as the new car.
Change everything.
Would change his confidence level that he can go get the baddest thing out there. You know, because of how he feels about himself, accomplishing being able to get that. You know, and it's for me, I've done enough things to put me in a secure space that I'll always be able to do something.
Do what you want, pretty much. You know, you can drop when you want, not drop if you don't want.
Look, drop the tape for free if you want, and then it turns into I'm the man.
Reload
on the charts. You know what I'm saying? You come back, reload it, and they see what's up from there. Because, like me, having music that is spot on, like, I don't care if it's one song at a time or all 12, like the Get Rich or Die Trying, or 18 songs. There's 18 songs on that album. So when you can have something in each effort, like when I stop and say I'm gonna do the Canaan tape, and then you get I'm the Man will be the start of it. You see the record go up, and everybody widely appreciates the song. Right. So you go, all right, cool. It means I still got my finger on the pulse of what's going on. I mean, I can make a hit when I get ready. You know what I mean? And then I come back and reload it, and I show you that I can do it again.
Explain what's behind the whole Reloaded from the Canaan tape. What's
the Reloaded is putting. It's like the Canaan tape only has 7 songs on it. Mm-hmm. You know, like my mixtapes in the past would have 13, 14 joints each one. Like, I kept it short because I had I didn't want to offer too many different thoughts. I wanted it to be like kind of one track statement. So you hear it, and it's one idea. And if you like the idea, if you like the first song that comes on, you like all of the songs on that actual tape. So it's like exactly like I thought. People go, yo, the tape is crazy. Like I like the whole, like, because they like the whole idea. Because to me, it's one thought, it's one idea, one.
Not a lot of room to get lost in any other stuff. You might not be interested, pretty much, if you ain't into the first.
The last thing I put out before that, it was predominantly a weekend that I did the Animal Ambition tape. And it was like, come on, I'm going to do Animal Ambition. I wanted to feel like the music that I came up on. The music I came up on was like Kenny Burke's Rising to the Top. It was an inspirational theme. No stopping. I'm not saying the music. It's not the music that I came up on, but while I'm growing up, my mom and people around was playing that music, and it had the inspirational feel to it because it was our people coming from being oppressed at that point. Now we're in a different scenario, but it's missing from our culture. Like we write prosperity in a different way. It said like I'm gonna blow a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's the way, it's the metaphor of how they would actually say it now versus what they were saying at that point. You know what I mean? And it's the same message, and it's just, it's just shifted a little bit.
Hey, going back to the Kanan tape, you could have just dropped the video for I'm the Man. What inspired you to go ahead and knock out the short film and put it all together and catch all them bodies and give us that entertainment with you and the girl all bucket naked, just like you had a lot going on in there.
Yeah, I made the joint feel like it was excerpts from a film, like in the sex scene and stuff like that inside the actual beginning of the music video. Mm-hmm. So it would match the aggression and the aggressive material that was at the end. Because we shot the music video part first. And then Eve had to take off to Miami, and I directed the last half.
The shooting?
Yeah. Like the whole inside the house, all of that part. And then we did that. I did that without him. And then when he came back, we cut the whole thing together. And he was like, yo, this is good. He said, but I wish you would have did this, and I wish you would have did that. Because director shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he got in his head, he was like, damn, I wish I would have been here to do this because I would have made it. If we would have did this, like just each little part. But I was happy with it because I got what I wanted out of I had to write DP at the time. The kid that shot it for me was good. So
was that K-Slay Getaway Driver? Was that K-Slay?
No, that was what's the name? His name is Beef Bumble. Okay, from my neighborhood.
Yeah, that ain't K-Slay. I saw a lot of people in that room right there. I'm like, how do you go about compiling? Like, who's gonna make this video? Who's gonna be my hard body?
You know what I did? I said, come on, y'all meet me. I'm shooting the video.
That's guys in the office
from the neighborhood. They came. So this is why Smurf to get banged. He was like, yo, he tried to get me killed. He saw somebody in the room. He shot at him before. They all in the neighborhood. They gonna shoot each other anyway in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna tell me that now you put it together that I was getting you killed at that point because you saw him in the video with me. Nah, man, he might have wanted to kill you for recreational purposes because you was saying some shit you wasn't supposed to be saying. You know what I'm saying? Like they just look. You don't gotta say a lot. Like where I'm from, they do a lot of shit, and then they expect you to respect what they just did. So a lot of times, they might have knocked his ass off and then came to me and said, yo, that was because the nigga was talking crazy. And you look and go, oh, word? My nigga, you knew I didn't like all that shit he was saying. You know what I'm saying? And then you go, look, from there, now you cool, you in. You know what I'm saying? But there was no specific situation that was where they was told to knock him off. You know what I'm saying? Like he just he felt like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to say it, like when I saw that he said that, I was like, I wouldn't do that to him. I didn't have that kind of shit on my heart for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's still one of my peewees. He's like, he was alright. You know what I'm saying? There's a point to me that he was alright, and then they get confused, man. People get confused. You can see the confusion in his face. It's all in the tattoos. It should say Coke Boy, MMG, G-Unit. It's all over the place. Like it's almost from originally Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? And then he was G Unit, and then anybody
Switch
anti
camps,
G
whoever
Unit
wanted- yeah.
would be sufficient because you know you feeling like you can't come home because they know me. The same look in the game situations. They know me enough in the neighborhood that it's not easy for us to cross paths because I'm not going to just step on you for no reason, right? But once we cross, it kind of stays like that with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I go, all right, but my granddaddy actually said, if it slithered like a snake and it rattled like a snake, is it a snake? Or do you got to be bit to realize it's a motherfucking snake? I go, nah, it's cool. It look like a snake to me from here. So keep it from over there because I don't want to be here for it to bite me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't bring things back around that already bit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you go, so you stay over there, do what you're doing, and I'm over here doing what I'm doing, and just leave it like that. You know what I mean? What is the big deal? Like, why? I can't understand why they would want to be cool.
You brought up game. Did you see he bigged you up last night in the whole effing vodka on his gram? Was he drunk? You think it was sincere? Do you care?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is.
You don't follow him, but somebody's had to have told you what he said and everything.
They sent me the. It's not even on his Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there. Like I said,
yeah, he put it up and took it down. So
yeah, sometimes you do stuff you don't even know if you mean it, because the thing is in your pocket. It's right there with you. So if you was drinking, then that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really. You took it down. You fixed it. So you start to sober up. Just take it off, and that's all.
So you think when he said he fixed, he sobers up, that was just real, mentally where he was at with what he said, and he kind of wanted to take it back, and pretty much by taking it off.
Probably, but look, that's us judging his actions
from here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you go, really, what it is we won't know what that is until maybe you see him and you ask him like, "What's up with you with this?" You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not concerned with it. I think either way, if he liked the product, then it's cool. If you like the TV show, cool. I'm not angry at his stuff when I see it. Like, if I see him on do reality television and stuff, I see all kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What about when him and Lloyd Banks took that picture? I think they were in Dubai or something. I know about 10 years ago, that would have been a problem.
No, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what the goal was.
Like, why would you do that? Like, what are you trying to do?
What does it do? What does it change? You see what I'm saying? Like, if it creates this conversation, then that's all it did. Because it's not. Look, and when you get to the point that this is how I think, so you understand it. Ye had somebody that was real close to him in his circle, right? And he ended up getting knocked off. In
his
all
friend?
It is, man. Lodi Mack got killed, right?
Right.
So while all of the stuff that transpires goes on, when they're asking how do I feel about the picture, I go, no, how does Lodi feel? Fuck how I feel about it. How does he feel? Like, so if you go, not everyone has that same temperament, because they'll look at it and go, well, that was, how many years ago was that? And even though game's not directly connected to it, but it's a part of why it was the way it was. You see what I'm saying? So you go, I look at it and go, nah, I don't know about that. Like, if you got somebody that you have value for, that's around you, that you're close to, the question should be, how does Yayo feel seeing Banks in that actual picture? Not, because me, it doesn't change anything. I look and I go, okay, well, why? If you saw him and y'all spoke and y'all was really trying to settle something, then y'all settled whatever y'all settled with each other when y'all spoke about it.
Right.
What was the picture necessary for? It's for publicity. It's to promote the situation, right? And that does nothing.
Sierra, Russell Wilson just proposed to her. Future and her went through that thing. Her calling her all kind of crazy, this, and that. You had a thing with her before then, so everyone else is probably saying, I don't know, they might have just got into it. How did that make you feel with him saying it? Did that kind of make anything click? Like, I was the only one, Future and the whole Sierra with him, being bitter and then seeing her.
It's not being bitter, man. It's how he actually feels because man, I got a baby with her. the shit is different when you already, now they locked into each other. You know what I mean? And how they respond to things, whether you can communicate with each other or if the person is a little indecisive. So at points, yeah, so you can feel like you fully communicated yourself and then you need to do it again because you didn't actually get what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? But those are actual feelings. I don't know if I don't know if you can look at that and try and judge it from an outside looking. Like you got kids?
Yeah.
Then you understand it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like the temperament of, like if a person's expectations are in a different space and you're not, or they're angry with you because you could have not met their expectations in a relationship, and there's a kid involved now, and then what? So it's a consistent negative energy towards you, you know, just because of that, and on not on a financial level, on every level, they could have expected something more out of the actual relationship or expected it to go different. And
before we wrap things up, I gotta ask you, what's to come with the next season of Power? I mean, that thing has just been smacking.
I guarantee you that people are gonna when they watch the show this season, that they're gonna, the first episode they're gonna go, oh, this is all right. Junkies, you hear me? Junkie after this, like I'm telling you, because it's so well put together. Like, look, when you saying it's the first thing, probably the best thing they've seen produced from someone from my genre. Like of hip hop culture, period. It's not I got the hook up.
It's still going. That didn't just
like,
show up.
This shit is real shit, my man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole nother thing. So when they sit and it's so well put together that I think that they'll watch it, and it's like different demographics. Like my grandmother and my grandfather is looking forward. Like my grandmother passed, but my grandmother and grandfather would look forward to the show coming on because they're not really, the music will come on and they'll go like this. Shit is noisy to them. It's a bunch of noise to them. Like, what is this? This is not this. That is not Patti LaBelle or Aretha Franklin. This is, who's doing that singing? Like, Rihanna is noise to them on some certain songs. Like, and then it takes their ballad pieces, the big, broad music from Beyonce, from Rihanna and all that stuff. For the older folks, then they go, ooh, I really like how she can sing, and like, you know, because they hear that, that's where you would actually show your vocal ability and be ill. But bitch better have my money. That's like noise to them. Still,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Putting up with
it's
that.
what we need. And I go to youth culture, where we at the moment. It's a hit record, but my grandparents, they from a different era. Like they hear things different.
Yeah, Rotimi, he got that lottery joint. Y'all got that thing going on. Did you know he was that good of an artist when y'all first started filming, as far as with his role on the show?
Totally surprised me. Like when he first came in, as an actor. He was casted. We didn't cast two different visions, same idea. Empire wants to make a hit television show that actually sells music, right? So they had the artists geared up, but they're casting people who can actually sing and they feel like could make hit music. I was looking to make what I saw from Curtis Mayfield and Superfly. Just moments where Ron O'Neal doesn't have to say anything because the song is saying it under him. So they can just allow him to look like he's thinking, and then you hear what the music is saying, and it's kind of telling you what he's thinking. You know, because Curtis was the kind of writer that he could get into it and really put those pieces, the hit music, really real hit music up under the Superfly bed. It's probably the best soundtrack written to a film, period. You know what I mean? And just to say, there's a place for bad music in this television. That's where someone's cousin's track from Wisconsin ends up in the middle of the actual series because it's the last place that they spend the money. They spent the money on the talent. They spent the money on the crew to shoot it. They spent the money on the editing process. They spent the money on everything. And now they're going, okay, now let's go through the music and lock the music for the scene. So now they're going, oh, we just got a batch of music. The music supervisor got a batch of music that is sample free that they are just giving us to put in for. and then you hear some bullshit.
It's like a prep for the album.
You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, you hear some bullshit. I just wanted to make sure that the things that came on in the series was like hit music. It may not have been the artist's hit song, but that person makes hit material.
Where's the soundtrack to Power?
Right at this moment, it was the Kanan tape.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because I put that together, and then while Rose just getting his joint off the ground with the Lotto joint, and that's popping. He getting ready to come with some new stuff though, because he made some music with he worked with so many different producers over like Missy and them crew. He did some stuff with Timbaland's producers. He worked with what's the kid name? I'm mad I can get stuck on his name, man. Damn, he was in Paid in Full. Nah. What's this guy's name, man? It's on the tip of my tongue, man. I did a song with him already. I can't remember his name right now. It's just slipping. Yeah. See, we gotta stop using these drugs and shit, man. You see, I can't remember a nigga's name.
Shout out Chris Green. He over there telling us to wrap it up real quick. Hey, but before I do that, man, we talking about Power real quick. With all your creative control that you got going on and all your influence, how close is the actual personality and the person that Kanan is to you, basically?
Oh, it's far. Look, it's far from, I didn't. Look, people look at it and it runs. Kanan it matches the darkest shit that I've said in my material, like maybe the way it feels when Curtis 187 or Crime Wave or some of these records that I really got to the street element like that. But he's a different kind of guy. Like, look, I have some of the similar issues with my son. He's been sheltered by his mom. His viewpoint is been jaded by how she sees things, and he's used to play basketball like the Sean character played basketball, and he's telling me he's going to do something different now, like the Sean character saying he's going to do something different. But I didn't kill him. He's still, you know what I'm saying? Like that's some whole other shit that you see Kanan doing, and it's like my request to Courtney for me playing a guy like Kanan in the series was make sure I'm the worst person that you've seen on television. Because
raise that bar.
If you're gonna play a bad guy, play a real bad guy, but have him feel like a real person. So you look at him. If you can look at me and say I am actual Kanan, then the realism in the material is spot on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a character. Like I didn't do 10 years. I didn't come home from jail feeling like everything that's there is mine because they was my shorties before I went in. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these different things. But I do understand the temperament of that person, and in order to really play, to change your performance and to play a character from a real place, you gotta kind of you gotta establish that character's background, like why they behave the way they behave, how they take or the different things, and that's the character development is usually done by the acting talent and not really expressed to the public because they don't know, like why this person is this good as this character, but not. Like, Omari is really far from Ghost. Like he's dope. Like you meet him, you talk to him, know him, love him, but he's an artist. Like he's a poet.
Artist. Yeah.
Spoken word type. He'll sit there and quote some shit to you for like 2-3 minutes straight. And you bug out like, yo, you really doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, before we dip and wrap it up, man, 8 more months, we gonna have a new president. Where you at with our new election, and you've been following stuff, and where you head at on it right now?
Look, who do you see? Give me your top 2 candidates.
Well, in the primary, I voted Bernie. Pretty much.
Right.
I voted him over Hillary. You know what I'm saying?
And
I'm gonna keep it honest. I didn't have a second.
Well, Hillary has I think she might be the president. She might have a strong shot at it. You know what I'm saying? Between the two, I hope between those two people.
Between those two people, because people get paper, they switch to Republican quick out here. They got different things to think about. Where you at, Fim?
Nah, I hope it goes between those two people, man. Just for the overall the good for all of us overall. You know what I'm saying? Like man, what the fuck, man? Like,
he's still with us.
yeah, like
We
if you
still
say,
got fifth.
if you go, but I don't think people consider how our country's relations with other countries are going to be with a woman as the head of our country. Because you know, there's some Muslim countries that won't even talk to a woman. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You
That
know?
vice president would have to be a hell of a vice president. Yo, much love and success. I appreciate you coming through. We got to shout out Audio Box. We over here in the nice plush studio.
Shout out to Audio Box.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt, man. Much love and success. Everything you got popping. Appreciate you having us and taking all this time to put us up on everything
So
you got
good.
going down, man. It's 50.
We here, baby.